have really gotten my cost per use with this pattern. This will be my 4th time making a garment from it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyla, and if you're one of my returning subscribers, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm finally getting around to making my cropped faux fur bomber jacket out of this chocolate brown fur that I had from probably about a month ago. I bought from my favorite discount fabric outlet store here in Michigan. So now I'm finally getting ready to put it to good use and whipping this jacket up. I've actually used this pattern, McCall's M7637. This will be my 4th time now. Yes, so I have definitely gotten my cost per use with this pattern, and it's served me well, and I think it's a very easy make. I've made a lace bomber jacket from this pattern. I use it as a pattern hack for 2 jackets, one for my brother that I made last year, and then one that served as the guide for my ode to Little Kim with my cobalt faux fur jacket in one of my So Iconic videos. So I'm really accustomed to using this pattern, and I don't need the instructions anymore. I can just wing it now. That's just how much I've used it. So that's what we're working on today. I expect to finish this up in a day because it's pretty quick, so that I can wear it because it's starting to get a little bit chilly and I won't be able to wear it for too much longer. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, this is going to work out much better than I thought because I'm not adding the rib trim at the bottom or the rib trim at the neckline. A 20-inch zipper is the perfect length for this piece. I still have room for my 5/8 of an inch seam allowance at the bottom here, and then I can make up the allowance with the zipper tape up here, since this is going to be the version with the collar. All right, that just made things easier for me. Nothing to shorten. There's definitely a direction with this fur because when I run my hand in this direction, it lays flat, but opposite, then it's kind of ruffled up. So I've made sure to cut all my pattern pieces according to how I want that nap to run, which is down. Now I want to take about, maybe a 3 to 4 inch strip and use that as a facing on the lining because I won't always have the jacket zipped completely up. And if it is open a little bit, I'd like to be able to see the fur and not necessarily the lining. Kind of a lapel effect. So I'm going to experiment with that. This is the first time I've done something like this. Usually I just take the lining to the end, just like the pattern instructs. So this is something new. Look at the mess. I meant to cut this earlier outside when it was warmer, but now it's kind of cold. So I'll just be cleaning up a little bit. All right, I've got my sleeves cut out and the lining to match everything. The back pockets are pinned in place, lining for the back. Here's the front facing, and these are the 2 side facing pieces where I want the opening to kind of reflect the fur from the outside instead of the lining. That's pinned in place. My zipper, and these are the front 2 pieces, also with their pockets lined up. All right, now I can start putting this together. got my two front pieces of the lining and the facing attached, and I've got them pinned at the shoulders where I can stitch and also at the sides, and I can move on to connecting it. All right, here's a look of the lining right side out before I put the sleeves on it. Okay, the sleeves call for 2 basting stitches at the top, and then you just pull them in to help with the ease in the armhole, and I'll flatten these out as I pin it into the jacket once I have the sides complete. But I've stitched down the arm, and I'll go about repeating the same process for the lining. I've got the collar pinned to the outer layer, and now I can baste it in place. All right, now that I've got the collar on, it's really starting to take shape. Now that I've got both sleeves in place, I'm ready to install the zipper. And what I'm going to do is just stitch right in this little, let's see if I can point it out here. These 2 rows here so that I'm not too close to the zipper teeth. That way I can kind of ward off any fur getting caught up in the teeth when opening and closing it. So I'll stitch the one side, flip it, and then stitch the other. Okay, now that I've got the lining attached, I can go about finishing up the bottom of the sleeve and the bottom of the jacket, and then it's done. So instead of using rib knit trim to finish off the cuff and the bottom of the jacket, I'm making a casing and I'm inserting 2-inch elastic throughout both. And this is just what I had in my stash and what I'm going to make work. Okay, so here's what the casing looks like on the inside, and I'll just show you the sleeves because I'm going to do the exact same thing for the hem at the bottom. I've made my stitching line. You really can't see it on the first side, and left a little bit of an opening amount here. And here's where my sleeve lining is still open so that I can feed my elastic through. So I'm going to insert that here and then just work that around. Stitch it off and repeat for the other sleeve. It really helps to have interfacing and a stockpile of zippers and buttons when you have a project that you want to hurry up and crank out. So I was lucky that I had some interfacing and I had some elastic. All I needed to do was order the zipper, which I ordered from Warwick, and super fast shipping, which I got it much faster than I expected because I just ordered it last week. I thought it would be 7 days, but it got to me in like 4 days. So that was really great. And it was a good price too. I think it was $3.89. The pattern calls for a 24-inch zipper, but that's for if you're adding the rib trim to the cuffs and to the bottom of the jacket. Because I was making it cropped, I ordered a 20-inch zipper, and that worked out perfect, aligning with the pattern piece. So that was great. The first time I made it with the blue faux fur, I used a longer zipper, and I took off the teeth, and I can do that and everything, but it's kind of a pain. So if I can adjust the pattern to the zipper if need be, I'd much rather do that. So now that it's finished up, I can wear it, and I'm probably going to wear it today because it's kind of nice out, but still a little bit of chill in the air. So just right. Well, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks so much for watching and stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye, everyone.